Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tar Heels offense is on the field for the first time today. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off the season.
Yeah, it's critical then to get off to a fast.
Off he goes! Off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Leaves it with the running back.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. He's right on target. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. Just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drop. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You've got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Oh my goodness, he's still moving. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
Right back to the well. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Big plays in the passing game deep down the field that take time to develop. The big hog mollies up front got to protect their quarterback. Great job protecting him on that play.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. They'll try the run. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Swings it out to the flat. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Stanford! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Harold. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They're going to run it. Shakes off the tackle.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Tackle is made after the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Here comes the offense on second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Fires to the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, it's Harrell. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Dang, that's unfortunate. I wish I could say I've never seen that before, but I've seen Reese run routes. You know, when we go to all these different stadiums and call these games, we go on the field and do a spin session before the game. That looked just like Reese Davis.
And now on second down for this offense. Got his man quickly. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He lets it fly. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's off to the races. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8 now.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
North Carolina, 3.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man. It's Harrell. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Finds the tight end. On the move at the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Touchdown, North Carolina! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay...
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wants to throw. It's Harrell. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback, wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
Got out of trouble and throws. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Hold it, offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Can they catch him? Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Offense getting set for 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking to pass. It's Harrell. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it inside the 10, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Stanford! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking to throw for it. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful.
Oh, they're trying to trick him. It's a fake. And it's caught off a fake. 1st down. And they caught them with their drawers down as the throw and catch picks up the 1st down on the fake.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap it to the up back, completing the pass.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's got an open man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. He wants to go deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that's just a play that you have got want to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
They go to the ground. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Give to the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. He'll bring it back. It's Hamilton. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things.
He's going to let it go. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He makes the connection. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Moving out of the pocket. He'll take another shot here. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Kenan Memorial.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to get to it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Harrell. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
That's a really good play by the defense, playing deep to shallow. My job is to stay as deep as the deepest. Make sure I don't get beat deep. If they throw it underneath, I go make a tackle and rally. But I can't give up those deep shots. Great job by the DB.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Zings it complete to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A strike downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. Back to pass, it's Harrell. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Air Force. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Third down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Right down the middle. Got his man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and after the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays, he decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense on?
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass play.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires to the left side. It's complete, a huge pickup. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, UNC! And that one will give him the lead.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Finds his big tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. The give to the back.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here. Blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. They'll give it to the back. And they're able to get him down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Harrell. They're trying to get to it. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. We assume he's going to punt it this time. He did complete a pass earlier. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner goes down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Power football with the run. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Finds his back in the middle. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This offense has a 2nd down play. Goes to the option. Can't get him to the ground. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The offense coughs it up. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Looking to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Metcalf. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Got his man out of the backfield. Rams him with the stiff arm. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Quick toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Harrell. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I'll tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Now on 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Open space at the 25. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
He caught it. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Touchdown, North Carolina! They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Fires to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. The snap sets up the throw. They'll run the screen. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. At the 45, on its way. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Quick release on the RPO. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. The give as they work on that clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
From the gun, the ground game. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Tar Heels have pushed it inside the 20. Fast motion from the offense. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense. And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.